It stops the MF, very effective with the solar flare, but also it perfectly fits the bill for what you were talking about with how Seos and Contracts want to play together. It is a CC bot support. You've got Ezreal who can just say, bye, Leona, I'll see you during team fight thing here right now, but it looks like maybe they're coming to town to see if they can find at least one of these grubs on the very back end. Inspired will dash back over the wall, so final Void grub at least.
Wave, they're going to push in again. A lot of time is invested. If you invest this much time, Emily,
you gotta go. Busio immediately dredge lining in onto B-Void though. FlyQuest, they have to know that Shopify's looking to do something, so they want to force it into a 2v2 instead, but his first blood back over to Contracts. Busio about to drop, but he flashes away. Here comes Bwipo! He arrives with a thunderous bang as he immediately gets one back. Busio knocked up into the air by Contracts, who does manage to at least make it a 2-for-2.
Yeah, it ends up being...
Bwipo, 700 more than the second highest player in the game.
And it makes your zombie passive very threatening with the punches, with the on hits. So they are able to take their dragon, and the Palafox play on Bwipo here.
Ooh, nice use of the ulti buffering through the seismic shot. All three grubs.
And the big difference there is actually Palafox pushing Sion under tower. Bwipo can't join, you know. There's no avenue for him to ult through, since the ult was just blown by Palafox seismic shove. They just took the
true shot barrage from all the way back over in mid lane alongside the follow-up damage from everybody else here. If he doesn't hit that, he's got to be dead for sure. Dredge line's back in now as Seos and Contracts are still looking for a little bit more. Quad's got to provide the damage, and Masu is on the way. Contracts has already used his Xinjiao ulti. He has no way to protect himself. Masu should be able to find this kill pretty easily here. The soldiers dash over the wall, and Seos tries to flash away, but Inspired's ready to clean him up. The feat of warfare has already been claimed. Meanwhile, the top laner 1v1 up in the other side of the map at the same time.
Fight to get in, and as we go back to live, Quad is just taking down that bot tier 1. You can really...
When they went for the dive, this one, the like 3 consecutive dives on the bottom side. They spent so much time committing there. Meanwhile, FlyQuest.
Okay, fight breaking out on the bottom side. Seos is already down. Nice use of the bullet time there as Contracts. The ulti keeps him alive for only a second longer as Bwipo knocking Fudge up into the air underneath the tier 1 turret. Fudge will take the kill, but he dies in retaliation. FlyQuest claimed 3. The same analytical assessment of the situation. 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
All right, sure. I don't think this is going to be 1 for 1. Seos is in some danger here. The Rift Herald has already been secured by Inspired and FlyQuest. Seos still trying to get away. The soldiers miss. They still need a little bit more damage. Surely Bwipo can just walk this in. The Rift Herald is summoned up. Seos trying to exit, but it's not going to happen. They're just deciding who they want to give the money to, and it looks like Inspired will be happy to take the extra paycheck, as now the Herald will collide with the tier 1 turret. That one's down too. Bwipo continuing to walk forward as Palafox does not get rid of him there with a seismic shove. Bwipo needs a little bit more damage as the depth charge finds the enemy mid laner. Decimate doesn't have the range. Contracts now trying to escape, but Quad's got the damage with the soldiers. Bwipo continuing to zone everybody else away, just flashes forward, smacks the enemy mid laner over the head, and Palafox is gone. Bwipo will die here. We call that a good death.
It's a shutdown, right? To be the triangle to safety. That's a new one.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of trigonometry as Bwipo now getting jumped on by Seos, and that is exactly where Bwipo is happy to be. Look at the damage on that Titanic Hydra. Just smacking this Leona around as Contracts tries to lock up Masu, but the follow-up damage isn't there. Now he surely dies with the fire back from Quad as Inspired has to flash away so that he's not trading his own life back for it. It's Contracts down. It's Seos barely getting away from Road. Gets a little bumpy, takes a couple of turns you might not expect, but they still made it to the destination, and now they're on Soul Point on a Hex Tech map.
Yeah.
He does not stop.
But because they got that kill. Ooh, wait a second.
Close on the dredge line there, but it misses. Contracts jumps into the front as Bwipo slams in on the flank, and Contracts losing HP rapidly. He and Seos try to escape as Busio ready to re-engage with the dredge line to find Palafox. Bullet time flying through as Contracts is shuffled back, and Quad facilitates another one. Double kill over to Inspired, and Bwipo is 1v1ing Fudge off on the side. Surely about to die here. One more hit's going to do it. Fudge gets the hyper proc to guarantee, but now Bwipo is gold advantage over his counterpart, but man, it is he is up against quite the task of dealing with the rest of the lead that FlyQuest has built for themselves. Still about 2,000 here as Inspired soaking a lot of damage on the front line, and now Bwipo has made his entrance yet again. Contracts absorbing plenty of time here with that ultimate, but it's not enough. Busio down to about 10% HP, has to walk away from this one, and again, Fudge doesn't have the opportunity to get involved in the fight before it's already over.
Yeah, and it teleported, but yeah, the teleport arrival, those things take a while, plus it's a little late, like, so this snap play.
What is
There
he
we go.
doing? Going in after Quad now. This could be huge. Fudge making the play. Finding not going to get anything super meaningful just yet.
That's kind of what you're looking for, though. These little seismic shoves, little chunks. They go for a wall.
Oh, nice catch there onto Quad, who immediately has to pop the stasis, just trying to stay alive. Throws out the wall and gets nothing from it. Contracts takes the first kill, but now it's traded back as Seos falls. Whippo's still here on the front line. FlyQuest knows that Masu's the only remaining cannon. They have to play around him. Busio's such low HP. He's stuck back underneath the tier 1 turret. The true shot barrage is massive. Masu tries to flash away, but he's already down. Inspired dies too. Shopify Rebellion come to life, and FlyQuest falls to the floor. A decimate from Whippo doesn't matter because Fudge transforms at just the right time. It'll at least be a 1-for-1 there at the very end thanks to the Titanic.
Just pops his ult to deny all the damage from the Misfortune ult, and then they re-engage right after Quad comes out of stasis and uses the Azir. Ezreal could be the big difference maker.
Fudge trying to go for the Mega Gnar there, but doesn't find it on Inspired. Now that's a massive error from Palafox. That could be the entire game. Otacon aggroed, still putting some of the debuffs here onto Shopify as they try to run. Masu's over the wall. A big bullet time could really shred here, but it doesn't get a whole lot of value. Whippo and Quad having to back away now as B-Boy continues retaliating, putting bullet after bullet into Busio, who dredge lines forward. Seos misses the Zenith Blade, but B-Boy hits the shot perfectly. Finds one back. Palafox traded for Busio. Whippo continuing to try to retreat. B-Boy's damage absolutely huge here. Whippo with a 2-man decimate as Fudge has to try to hop away from Masu. A little bit more damage. Will kill off the Gnar. Transforms just in time. Fudge takes down Inspired, but Contracts will be traded off now as well. With B-Boy falling, that's the end of the line for Shopify, but at least Fudge is going to get Masu beforehand. There shouldn't be enough damage now for FlyQuest to at least take Baron, but now we got another TP coming back. Palafox is making his way in. Oh no, Palafox, but Quad misses the ulti. It's an absolute party up here in the top side as now Palafox continues having to get away. He's now used both summoner spells, continuing to retreat. A seismic shot on a Quad, but an ace for Whippo and FlyQuest.
Once again, I'm so appreciative of your lung capacity going through. This fight feels like it took like 5 minutes with them kind of rotating onto Inspired, handing the dredge line onto Contracts, and then Palafox getting absolutely...
After this scrap here, in the end, still FlyQuest did increase their gold lead, but these fights...
Okay, catch onto Seos. Inspired guaranteeing they have the Leona locked up, but not enough damage to kill him here. Immediately, Whippo charging forward, finds Palafox. Seos still alive, but injured. Contracts jumping back towards Masu to try to create a little bit of space, but Quad has already killed Palafox. Contracts dies to Masu.
About it, I mean, you can't even really go for the dragon. They're heading there, but the timer is just not in your favor because Baron Empowered Recall is going to get off here. You have Hex Gates as well. They're trying to go for the setup, though. I kind of like this if you get there early and you just go for picks.
Masu.
Masu getting caught out by Fudge here, but he's firing right back into the mini Gnar, and Masu just sits him down. Whippo charging forward now, finds B-Boy there with the ulti, and Busio's following up. Inspired's waiting over the wall, and I feel like we just saw the end of the game. B-Boy dies, Seos follows. There are 3 dead on Shopify Rebellion for over 30 seconds, and FlyQuest, Baron empowered, everybody barreling down mid lane.
I think you're right, Flowers. I think we just saw the end of the game there, especially with the key difference there is Whippo was able to immediately get on to B-Boy as quickly as possible to make sure that he can't just kind of dash around and continue to do damage. A little bit dicey, but looking like a FlyQuest win.
Yeah, Contracts will try to buy as much time as he can. Jumps in, drops the ulti, flashes away. FlyQuest knows they don't have to chase this. They're just going to go ahead, keep this push going forward. 2 seconds on Seos. Palafox is alive. Contracts is alive. We're not going to get the end here quite yet. Shopify holds on. They will have another chance, but FlyQuest now on their way out. They will secure the Dragon Soul. They will have about a 7,500 gold lead. This game went from back and forth and bloody to now nearly guaranteed for FlyQuest.
Yeah, I mean, they'll easily be able to rotate back onto this Drake. They take down that tier 2. That wave is going to crash into inhibitor turret. They should now be in a really good position on the map. Whippo and Busio going to check out this Otacon take.
Yeah, Shopify knows that they have to do something. They cannot just let FlyQuest get away with what they got. And there it is. Objective bounty claimed. Voracious Otacon for Shopify Rebellion. So they have the false lives. Dredgeline not quite used yet, but the depth charge on Fudge locks him up. He will be the first to lose that false life, as Inspired is locking up a couple so Masu can shoot them down. Shopify really glad they got this Otacon and not the other one, because otherwise the game is just over right now. They will respawn quickly enough to have those 3 players back in action and maybe have one more fight here at the Nexus, but the top lane tier 3 turret and top lane inhibitor are already both down. FlyQuest continuing the pressure as the seismic shove misses. Busio trying to go forward. Inspired only locks up Seos. That's not the target that they want, but the super minions are pouring into the base. Now the Nexus turrets, that first one already down to about half HP. Contract singing the same song. Quad has jumped forward. Fudge goes in for the Mega Gnar, but a nice stasis shuts that down. FlyQuest continue their push. A nice shuffle onto 2. Palafox is getting caught out, and Fudge is down to Inspired. With B-Boy dead in the dirt, that's going to be the end of it. That's all she wrote. FlyQuest, 31-14, remain undefeated.
Congrats to FlyQuest. It was, again, I think they're definitely going to want